just need you to hit like and subscribe, possibly share. Good Lord, I'm your Nana with a babushka. On with the video. Okay, everybody. Hey, it's Brieya Silverweb. It's a very delayed update, but gee, you've been seeing what's been going on since the start of the year. It's been more than just a dumpster fire. I feel like Cthulhu somehow expected to come to a New Year's Eve party and got stuck here. As a Gen Xer, I was raised overseas, so slightly different position, but I don't know. There's just something going on here that is driving me crazy because Gen Xers, we were feral, and now I'm like a caged up animal, and all I want to do is just blow up like a can of gasoline because I'm so pissed at how so many people have the tools in front of them to do the job they're supposed to do to make sure this kind of insanity does not happen, and they're not using it. I'm sorry. What? What was the point of putting in all these rules, all these guardrails, all these abilities to stop the insanity, and then turn around as soon as I get in my 50s and decide, yeah, we're not going to use them. I'm sorry. I am from the generation to where there were no child seat belts, booster seats, this kind of stuff in the back seat of a car. You didn't even have proper cross the chest seat belts. So if there was a collision, snap, slap through the windshield, this kind of stuff, bye bye. Okay, that's the kind of generation I grew up with. If you were in the back seat and not in the back of a truck and told to sit down, or you're gonna learn otherwise. I don't understand what was the point of putting in all those rules if you weren't going to use them. Because the whole point of putting in the rules was to make sure that if someone came in and did not know how they were supposed to do their job and how to stop the insanity from taking over like it has today, they would know, hey, hit this button. I mean, that's pretty much why you have all these stacks of laws. What was the point of the 25th Amendment? What was the point of any of the stories about our forefathers being willing to punish the redcoats and any traitors, and to make sure that even if compromise was not fully agreeable, at least the compromise was reached, honored, and adhered to, and that if the United States gave their word about how they were going to have a good diplomatic relationship with our best friend of the French. I mean, why else have things named after Lafayette? I mean, really? I mean, I haven't been this frustrated and confused and so pent up and needing a pill to smack in decades. Just I mean, it's making the insanity of my 6 years of elementary school at Grafenberg Elementary, where the teachers were instructing the kids to bully me because, well, I was the only redhead and I was weird. Yeah, that's making that look like fairly organized. Really does. I mean, out of all the insanity I saw overseas, because we had the USSR right next to us, and all the terrorists with the car bombings and the building, all that stuff, and not knowing that, today the day I go around this corner trying to head toward the post office off base, is the building still gonna be there, or is there something else gonna be there? And that's looking more sane than what I'm dealing with here because I guess as disturbing as it was to be in that kind of war zone when you didn't know if a car or a building was going to blow up, at least you knew people were committed to a decision of what they were going to do and how they were going to respond to an emergency. You knew they were committed to take action versus inaction. I have 12 years of hard work for my physical health, for my mental health, and for my epileptic and other health issues that I have worked very hard, meticulously maintained for the last 12 years. Excuse me, meticulously maintained for the last 14 years. It's actually going on 15. Dear God, that's such a long time frame since I've been on Medicaid and finding out all these things that I have, really really, really frustrating because, well, yes, I've paid attention about how, Reaganomics decided to gut Social Security, so yeah, at some point it was going to futter out, but now they're just stopping it. And all my efforts to learn how to do what I'm doing right now, all that stuff. I mean, I've had the seizures are starting up again because we're now over UV5. I'm doing my best. I'm giving it all that I've got. Still dealing with burnout and everything because no one ever gave me time off as my parents' caregivers during the 12 years I took care of them. Even though every year, at least twice, we applied for assistance and were always denied by the state and by the feds. I mean, really? Hon, I volunteered. My parents and I agreed to it, not expecting it to go as long as it did. My mother lived 3 years into the caregiving service I provided because she had COPD as well as diabetes. And my father, with his dementia caused by cluster strokes, lasted 12 years. So, yeah, to have a person take care of someone the same way I took care of my parent, which was 24/7. It was 20. There was no part-time job. There was no access to a part-time job. There was no time for it. My father had no mentality for it, and I could not get any services to help put him in like an adult daycare or anything because Nevada does not provide it. If they've changed it, it doesn't matter now because I'm not a caregiver anymore, nor would I advise anyone to become a caregiver. And if you're in a state that's going to force you to be a caregiver, do what you can to move out of it because that's wrong. You should, with your family, make decisions how caregiving is going to be handled. You should not have someone chain you to it. I know I've joked and said, hey, don't let them take your coffee, but at this point, don't let them take your coffee. They're not stopping the madness. They're not using the tools they're supposed to. They're throwing money at the very people who think the people who can't work because of health reasons or because they're retired and they're old, and he doesn't think anyone should live past 45, which is funny considering how old he is. It's been a mess. It's been a right mess. And at this point, I'm not too sure about how Cthulhu just wants to be best buds and, hang out for coffee because that does not seem like a smart idea. I don't care how nutsoid it gets. There's just certain things you know in your gut. This should not be here. This needs to go over there into does not work, does not function, is not being used, does not exist anymore. I'm on the side of sanity, if that makes any sense. I'm very disappointed that the people who have been elected to be in DC don't understand what that is. Or worse, they don't care, which bothers me more. And to just add salt to the wound, a number of them are my generation, and I really think they need to have that whooping to wake up as to what they're really supposed to be doing there. This is complete grade A horsepile BS, and not even Cthulhu wants it. That's how bad this is. Just ah. So yeah, don't let them take your coffee, folks. I'm going to sign off and go scream at stuff because thanks to my disability, I cannot kick or hit a pel anymore. But man, if you're wondering what a pel is, it's a sword fighting device that you use when you're practicing combat. Something you use in self-defense. Punching bag. Just think of a punching bag. I really need a punching bag. Not only that, but boy, do I wish I could get drunk. I can't drink. I don't have a liver for it. It'd be nice not to have this running through my brain constantly. I need to shoot the hamster. I need to get rid of the hamster in my head. They're not helping me get through this. They're making it worse. So yeah, folks, don't let them take your coffee, whatever that means to you. Don't let them take your coffee. And don't make friends with Cthulhu. Please do not make friends with Cthulhu. Bad idea. Bad idea. Anyway, that's my rant. That's my update. I don't know how else to express myself because if I try to do it like I'm saying, I'm rambling again. This is where I go. So yeah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Ah. And all that jazz. Ah. Big hugs, everybody. Hang in there. Protect your coffee. I'll talk to y'all later. Brieya out.